Bob Clark. Wow, what a bad print. Look at Bob. It's like all blurred red there. Sorry about that little interruption there. And I was saying, if you think it might be in a 9, make sure that it's worth it, unless you are a slab type collector. Some people are, and they don't mind getting a PSA 7, 8, 9 because it's one of their favorite players, and they're putting together a slab collection for their wall of fame or something like that. And all good. If that's you, that's you. To each their own. I look at them, and you know what? I wouldn't mind getting the PSA 10 Mattingly and getting 2 of them, because I might keep one in my personal collection, and I'd probably flip the other one out, because you know what? $1,000, that buys me a real nice condition 1975 set. Or 74 set, or maybe even a 73 set in decent condition. A 72 might be a little bit iffy, but not too sure. But anyway, outside of that, other PSA 10 cards PSA 10s. Now, the strawberry in a 9, in a 10 it's 160, in a 9 it's 30. The stolen base leaders, and you know what? I'm not surprised that finally bounced up a bit. That's got Tim Raines and Ricky Henderson, 2 Hall of Famers on there. Rock Raines and Ricky Henderson. Recent sale on that in the PSA 10 was $430. Then you have the Nolan Ryan, somewhere around 40, and a 9 that's around 33. So, potentially still worth sending in and getting slabbed as long as you get one of those specials. Tony Gwynn, 10 and 10 is 275 to 300. Ryan Sandberg, 175, and in a 9 it's 41. So that's another one. Ricky Henderson, 150. Ripken, 200. So definitely lots of good possibilities. And there were some, now most of them, of course, are during 2021 and 2022 when people were just like throwing all sorts of money at all sorts of dumb stuff. There's some that scrubs or, maybe minor stars that sold in the $100, $200, $300, $400 range. All PSA 10s during that. Who knows if they'd hold their value? I mean, I don't know if one's worth sending in or not, but let's take a look-see at that. Ooh, we got the vending box striping. Very nice. So that's good. You always got to be concerned if it's not from a sealed case and sealed up that it might be messed with or somebody might have gone through it, but usually the striping means that it hasn't been. And it's nice and tightly packed. Now, of course, the end cards may be somewhat slightly damaged, so we got to be careful with those. But let's see what we find. We got Louis Leal. Now, bad centering there. I see top to bottom. I hope that's not standard for this box. Got Mike Moore, Alan Ashby, Gary Ward, Tony Gwynn. All right, nice way to start off. Just a few cards in. We get the Gwynn, Greg Barak, Tommy Lasorda, Larry McWilliams, Gary Reedus, John Henry Johnson, Howard Bailey, Dave Smith, Rockin' Robin Yount, another Hall of Famer there. Great stuff. John McNamara, Gary Lucas, Cesar Cedeno, Pete Ladd, Ken Forsch. Brother pitched also. Jim Dwyer, Pat Putnam, Kenny Landreau, and what do we get to do? As always, we get to celebrate the checklist. I'm celebrating the checklist. It's a big hit checklist. Got Bruce Bochy, Sammy Stewart. Ooh, there's another one there. We got multiple celebrations. Got Bob Boone. Ooh, horribly cut. He looks like his head's going to pop out the top there. Andy Hassler. And we're going to celebrate the checklist again. Oh, look at there's another one. Checklist. Got Mike Ramsey. Jim Barr, Roy Lee Jackson. We're not celebrating yet. Rick Sweet. And one more time, we're going to celebrate the checklist. Another checklist to celebrate. Checklist celebration here on Bunkle's channel. Ooh, George Frazier. Jim Rice, Hall of Famer there. Mark Hill. Bob Piccolo. Bill Madlock. Ooh, bad cut there. Bad cut. Larry Milburn. Gator. Nice Gator card there. Michael Witt. Gary Woods. Charlie Lay. Bobby Johnson, Terry Francona, Aurelio Lopez, and Eric Rasmussen. All right, let's get these into some frappers here, get the Wall of Fame going. Not too shabby to start off. Nice Jimmy Rice. The Robin Yount into a frapper there. And the Tony Gwynn, I'm going to frapperize, and I'm going to top loady just in case. Because you know what? Centering is spot on. And the corners and edges definitely appear to be. Look at that. Nice sharp corner, sharp corner, sharp corner. Now, I don't know about the centering top to bottom. I got to wonder. But, I mean, could be. I'll definitely top loady that and take it under the magnifying glass and measure it out with the tool and all of that other stuff. And then there's a website to measure it, and we'll see what happens. All right, let's get to this another little stack here now that those have loosened up a bit. And I'll take that big, huge stack. Ooh, they're just falling over there. All right, we're starting off with Kirk Gibson, Rick Camp, Randy Bush, Lance Parrish, Dickie Knowles, Richie Hebner, Rags Rigetti, Toby Harrah, Joe Price, U.L. Washington, Sixto Lezcano, Shane Raleigh, Bryn Smith, Jeff Zahn, George Bell, nice George Bell card there, Julio Cruz, Joe Torre with the Braves manager before he went to the Yankees later and got all those rings, Dave Tobick, Britt Burns, Chuck Rainey, Hall of Famer Bruce Sutter, Jorge Orta, ooh, career home run leaders, Perez, Schmidt, Kingman, got 2 Hall of Famers, and he would definitely qualify as a great hitter slugger nowadays, that's for sure. Sorry about interruption there. Got Gary Allenson, Gator Guidry again, Dave Dravecki, Claudel Washington. Got the Blue Jays, Lloyd Mosby, and Dave Stieb. Great pitcher during the 80s. Underrated now, that's for sure. Mike Jorgensen. Oh, 1983 highlight. Superstars Bench, Perry, and Yastrzemski, all 3 future Hall of Famers, retire. Charlie Moore. Fergie Jenkins, all right, very cool. Frank White. John Rabb. Victory leaders, 1983, Lamar Hoyt, Winning Ugly, and John Denny. Look at that. 19 wins, 24 wins for Lamar Hoyt that year. 24. Imagine. Now, you got 2 pitchers there. One with 24 wins, the other one with 22 wins with the White Sox, and Floyd Bannister down there with 16. I mean, imagine, you get 20 wins and you're not, like, in the top 3. That's insane. But that's pitchers back then, too. You know, wins aren't as valued as they used to be. Got Rusty Staub, Dave Collins, Willie Hernandez, Milt Wilcox, Wizard of Oz, nice, John Martin, Juan Eichelberger, Oscar Gamble, Warren Cromartie, George Brett, another Hall of Famer there, Kiko Garcia, and you got the home run leaders, Mike Schmidt and Jim Rice. Very cool there. All right, next little stack here. Got Mike Marshall, Brian Giles, Bill Stein, Pat Sheridan, Lamar Hoyt, Aurelio Rodriguez. Red Sox, Wade Boggs and Bobby Ojeda. Very nice. Billy Sample, Jerry Dubzinski. Lamar Hoyt again. Got a lot of Lamar Hoyts. This is the Lamar Hoyt box. Mark Thurmond. Active career batting leaders. We got Brett and Rod Carew. Rod Carew's looks like he's got a dot on his head. Dude, what's up with that? And Cecil Cooper. See Joaquin Andujar, Paul Molitor, Mike Heath, Jeff Newman, Ron Oester. Now, this is one of them that in a 10, if I'm not mistaken, is somewhere around $400. Not sure why, but you know what? I guess. Chuck Porter, and one more time, we get to celebrate the checklist. Celebrate the checklist. Everybody loves the checklist. Not really. Spike Owen, Mike Smithson, Dave Rozema, Steve Lubertic, Carlton Fisk, nice. Dick Tidrow, another Carlton Fisk, Ed Girock, Todd Cruz, Dan Quisenberry, Bobby Brown. Steve Sachs, Roy Howell, not that Bobby Brown, Domingo Ramos, and whoop, Rick Honeycutt just jumped out of my hand. Well, glad that wasn't a Mattingly or a Strawberry, right? All right, now I'm going to grab another stacky of cards, and then I'll frapper up a whole bunch afterwards. What do you think? Good idea? This way I can get through more cards. I think so. All right, let's see. I'm going to go from, let me put these over here, because I got them falling down inside the box. There we go. That's, so come on, don't fall over. No falling down. They all fell down. Now you hope that that last card there, let me just pull it out to find out, is not a Mattingly. Because you see, that's ugly. That got beat up. Andy Van Slyke's got a wrinkle on his face. It's a wrinkle in time. And the last cards in these are always a little bit funky because they got beat up, beat around. That's usual from what I've seen. Last like maybe 5 to 10 cards in them. All right, I'm going to put those over there because those are going to be getting frappers soon. Don't worry. Got Jeff Jones, Tippy Martinez, Jesse Orozco, Fred Breening. Earned run average leaders, Honeycutt and Atley Hammaker. Eddie Murray Hall of Famer there, Bobby Ojeda, Dale Murray, Jay Howell. And career hit leaders, Rusty Staub, Pete Rose, and Tony Perez. So, one Hall of Famer, one could have been if he didn't do so much dumb stuff, and then you have Rusty Staub also. Ron Washington, Tom Seaver, great pitcher, John Moses, Ron Say, Steve Yeager, Biff Pocoroba. Dale Murphy should be in the Hall of Fame. Jim Rice is in the Hall of Fame. And Cecil Cooper, well, oh yeah, I guess. Dave Schmidt, Frank Tanana Banana, Steve Bedrosian, Tom Brookins, Pedro Guerrero, and Bob Welch. Jerry Augustine, Jeff Russell, Manny Sarmiento, Hubie Brooks. Ooh, badly cut card there. Ted Simmons, Bob Forsch, Cecilio Guante, Ed Lynch, Gary Matthews. Ooh, badly cut card there. Jim Acker, Doyle Alexander, Mike Torres, Steve Trout, and Mario Ramirez. Okay, last little stacky part there. See Junior Ortiz, Jerry Royce, Terry Foster, Dennis Leonard, Pat Tabler, Mitchell Page, Billy Allman, Bert Blyleven, another Hall of Famer, Keith Moreland, Carney Lansford, Rick Roden, Kevin Gross, Doug Wolzjuk, Ron Hasse, Rick Dempsey, Joe Simpson, not OJ, but Joe Simpson, Tom Gorman, Alex Trevino, Neil Allen, Max Venable, Bob Baylor, Kenny Landreau, Dan Petrie, Mike Stanton, Andy McGaffigan, Frank Pastore. Ooh, very nice. Look at that, Ricky. Nice, Ricky Henderson. Batting leaders from the A's, 282 batting average. Got Jeff Leonard, Greg Pryor, Brian Clark, Bob Clark. Wow, what a bad print. Look at Bob. It's like all blurred red there. And look, that's bad. That's bad. That's ugly. Got Dave Engel, Alan Trammell, Houston Jimenez, Scott Ulger, Pascual Perez, Greg Gross, and Ernie Whitt. All right, got a bunch of cards to frapper up here. So let's get frappering. Got Trammell. Got the Oakland A's team card starring Ricky Henderson and co-starring Tim Conroy. Got Bert Blyleven, Big Bert. Dale Murphy, Jim Rice, the RBI leaders from 1983. Got Tom Seaver. Nice Seaver card there. Lego, come on, Lego my ego. Career hit leaders. I got to try opening 2 of these sometime and seeing if I can put together a full set from 2. I mean, it would make sense. You have 1,000 cards. And I think this is one of the 792 years. So as long as you have less than 208 doubles, you got a full set. That could be pretty cool. Now I got to make sure it's worth it, because you know what, it might be more cost effective just to buy another set. But I like opening these too. So I mean, packs are fun, but vending boxes can be fun too. Breaking bricks. I mean, getting lots of great cards here. But then again, there's lots of great cards in the 84 set, so there's that. But I guess it depends on you. Would you want to have a hand-collated set? Is that better for you? Or would you rather just buy a set that somebody else collated, or it was put together over the years, or over a year, or over whatever? Let me know in the comments what you think. What would you do? Would you hand collate one yourself if you could still? Or would you just buy a set? Me, you know what? 6 of one, half dozen of the other. If I had the chance to get a set real cheap, I would. And just through opening packs and boxes and stuff, if I have a chance to hand collate one, well, you know what? I probably would too. So I may end up with 2 or 3 sets from some of these. I mean, I could easily see myself with as many 87 or 88 or 89 tops as I open. I could see myself with like a dozen sets of those, but who wants that? One set is good, and everything else past that, you know what? That's fluff. All right, let's get these off to the side. Still hunting for the Mattingly, still hunting for the Strawberry, still hunting for a Nolan Ryan. Still got a couple hundred cards to go, so I'm not worried. All right, let's see. I'm going to pull that out. That's a good stack. That's a very healthy stack. That's more than a snack. That's a meal. All right. We got Donnie Hill, John Lowenstein, Damasco Garcia, Marty Barrett, Mark Bradley, Garth Ewerg, Bob Lillis, Rich Gale, Scott Holman, Bill Lasky, Rafael Ramirez. Wow, what a way to throw the ball, dude. I mean, that looks like a posed picture. Got Eddie Murray, Paul Householder, Ron Reed, Bill Gullickson, and he's missing his hand. Where's your hand, dude? Rudy Law, Mario Soto, Bud Anderson, Pat Zachary, Scott Sanderson. Feels like there's another card on back there. Yep, there is. Are my fingers just not working correctly today? Roy Smalley, Mark Clear, Brian Harper, Andre Dawson, very nice, Mike Lacoste, Ron Hodges, Cecil Cooper, Leon Durham, Mike Schmidt, Schmitty, Craig Reynolds, Bobby Mitchell, Buck Martinez, Lee Lacey, Marty Castillo, Mike Stanton, Glenn Abbott, hey Abbott, Tom Brennan, Marvell Wynn, Jim Rice. Yeah, that's a badly cut card. Look, you can see on the bottom, it's got part of the next card, just a dot of the next card on it. Greg Pryor, Bill Kruger, Steve Nicosia, Louis Aponte, and Andre Dawson. Another one. Look, you can see the dot of the top of the card there. Uh-oh, badly cut cards in this one. Let's see what's in this pile here. Got Al Holland, Jamie Nelson, John Shelby, Steve Carlton, nice, lefty, Juan Berenguera, Rudy May, Mike Armstrong, Wayne Hollison, Dan Spillner, Pirates leaders, Bill Madlock and Rick Roden, Tony Scott, Charlie Huff and Puff and Blow the House Down, Kent Colvey, Sidearm Whip, Bill Campbell, Dave Anderson, Dick Ruthven, Padres leaders, Kennedy and Dravecki. Yeah, no. Jack Clark, Brett Butler, Jamie Allen, Mike Flanagan, Mike O'Berries, Tom Foley, Mike Caldwell, Mike Hargrove, lots of Mikes, Dick Hauser, Dave Bergman, Ellis Valentine, Darryl Porter. Wow, some serious goggles on you there, dude. Bo Diaz. Del Crandall. Mickey Hatcher. Dave Winfield All-Star card. And Russ Nixon. Okay, last little pile there. And got Milt May. Ken Oberkfell. Ron Sandberg. All right, very nice. He's going to get a frapper. He's going to get a top loadie. I think so. I'm going to put him over there on a separate pile. Billy Gardner. Mike Madden. Now, this one right here is also awesome. Look at that. Steve Carlton, Tom Seaver, and Steve Rogers. 2 Hall of Famers there. Got Tony Perez, Gary Lavelle, Rick Miller, Allen, play nicely, Bill Dawley, Bob, don't call me Shirley. Got Cesar Cedeno, Joe Morgan, and Larry Boa. NL active career stolen base leaders. Joe Morgan leading with, what is it, 500, 600, 681 stolen bases. Wildness. Okay, Len Matuzik, Luis Salazar, Darryl Sconiers, Onyx Concepcion, Dwayne Walker, Steve Howe, Bob Canepa, Frank Robinson, Hall of Fame player, decent manager, Gary Maddox, and Joel Youngblood. All right, let's get some of these in the frappers, and then we'll be able to go through whatever else is in there. Now, we get near the back of the box there, and you could tell because that Joel Youngblood card is also all wrecked. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, the back of the box and the very front of the box, you get the corner dings and everything else. Everything in the middle of the box usually holds up pretty well, but it's the ends that's what gets wrecked. You know, they get bounced around, shaken around, tossed around. They get stuffed in, jammed in, all of that. So there is that. You know, I would love to see. I wonder if there's a video out there showing how the vending boxes actually got packed years ago. That'd be pretty cool. I don't think so. That's before YouTube was invented. So I don't know if anybody would actually film those getting filled. It would be pretty cool to watch, though. Dawson there. Got Jimmy Rice, badly cut card. If you like miscuts, well, there you go. We'll call it an error card. Yeah, somebody will buy it on eBay. Maybe. I doubt it. Cut like that, get it graded. You know what? It'll come back as a I don't know what, maybe a PSA 7 because of the cut. Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, you can call it an error card. It has multiple errors on it. Look, it's got blue dots on the bottom. Makes it a blue dot special. It's a Kmart card. Yeah, that's it. All right, now that Sandberg looks very nice also, and that actually looks very well centered. And again, the Sandberg, even in a 9, in a 9 they sell around $40. So that could be worth it. If it doesn't come back a 10 and it comes back a 9, well, you still made your money back and then a little bit of change after that. So not too bad. Again, as long as you get one of the grading specials. If you don't get one of the grading specials, well, all bets are off. All right, now, got this about a half box left. I'll take out another stack, and then I'm going to start loading the other ones back in there. Now, let's hope that that card over there on the end is not the Mattingly or the Strawberry, right? That's what I hope. That is not. Okay, let's get this off to the side. Now, yeah, I will let you know, I will be going through these later just to see if there's any that are really nicely centered and all of that, just in case. You know, the minor stars, again, don't know for sure, but some of them might hold their value if there's not many of them out there. Got Rich Dower. Somebody else might be looking to set build. Lloyd Mosby, Bill Schrader, Juan Beniquez. You see, I don't want to show that one. I see the Yankees there, but I don't want to show it yet. Because if that's the Mattingly, well, you got to be surprised like me. Jim Gott, Ralph Houck. Ooh, look at that. Ryan Carlton and Gaylord Perry all surpass Walter Johnson in the same year. Okay, now let's see. Is that it? Let's see. Nope, that's not. That's Rick Cerrone, catcher from the New York Yankees. Nope, that's not the Mattingly. Willie Upshaw, Thad Bosley, Denny Walling, Lou Whitaker and Jack Morris. All right, nice. Bill Russell, Sweet Lou Piniella, Jerry Royster, Matt Young, Terry Kennedy, Dave Stegman. And career batting leaders, Pete Rose, Dave Parker, and Bill Madlock. Dave Parker should be Hall of Fame. Tony Pena, Al Oliver, Bob Dernier, Sid Mungie. Okay, we got the batting leaders, Wade Boggs and Bill Madlock. No stolen base leaders. Bruce Hurst, George Foster, Randy Moffett, Dave Steeb, Goose Gossage, nice, Doug Bear. Leading firemen, Quisenberry and Holland. Relievers, Alan Wiggins. Quisenberry again. Stormin Gorman Thomas. Porfirio Altamirano. Okay, if you say so. 3 no-hitters. Yeah, I was in summer camp, actually, when Rags threw his. So I got to hear about it after. Lonnie Smith. Jeff Reardon. I was a Boy Scout. Steve McCaddy. They were Boy Scouts then. Not Scouting USA or whatever they're calling it now. John Wathen, Jim Wolford, Enos Cabell. Oh, there we go. And that's in a 10, that's the one that recently sold for $430. But guess what? This one would not qualify. Look at the centering there. That is horrible. Got Dave Hostetler, Jack Morris, Ron Davis, Kurt Bavacqua, the bazooka bubblegum blowing champion of 1975, as highlighted in the 1976 set. Pretty funny card. Mike Hargrove and Larry Sorensen, Tim Conroy, Doug DeCinces, Dave Stapleton, Nick Esaski, Ben Ogilvie, Ricky Nelson, Don Sutton, another Hall of Famer, Bill Caudill, Jody Davis, Chet Lemon, Darryl Thomas, and Mike Brown. All right, well, let's see what's in this little pile here. Seeing Reed Nichols, Fernando Mania, Mike Schmidt, Hall of Famer there. Lots of Hall of Famers in this box. Oh, nope. Donnie Baylor, Dennis Lamp, Dan Schatzler, Dwayne Kuiper. Career hit leaders, Bert Campaneris. He was with the New York Yankees then. He was with the A's and a bunch of other teams before that. Got Rod Carew, almost at his 3,000 hits. And Reggie Jackson, now with the Angels, formerly with the Yankees. He rolled out and Dave Winfield rolled in and, well, whatever. Chili Dog Davis, Andre Thornton, Lee Mazzilli. Ooh, who's that? Randy Johnson. And, nope, Bobby Meacham. Larry Sorensen, Dave Parker, Rick Monday only on Tuesday, Tom Gorman, Larry Herndon, Tony La Russa, Kevin Hickey, Ozzie Virgil, Bobby Ramos, Dick Williams, and Mike Davis. All right, let's get these frappered up, and then we'll get to the last bunch inside this box. Still looking, you see, now this one right here, look at that. It's got a ding in it. You know what? I'm just going to put that over there with that. Because even if I was putting together Hall of Fame packs with these cards in it, I wouldn't put that one in there. It's too new and too damaged. That might go into a team pack. And I think somebody that does a team pack with I don't know, the Angels or the Twins or whatever. I mean, both of them were with the Angels at that time, weren't they? Let me see. I think Rod Carew was with the Angels. Yep, Rod Carew was with the Angels at that time, and so was Reggie Jackson. So I think if somebody got an Angels pack and they had that in there, I think that would be pretty good for them. In a team pack, I'd be happy. I mean, historical Angels players there. I'll do that from time to time. I like throwing vintage cards into those packs. It's not just all junk wax cards, that's for sure. It might mix some 70s, some 80s, some 90s, some 2000s, 10s, 20s. In those 100-card team packs or the 50-card team packs that I have up on eBay and Mercari. Take a look-see. I'll post a link down below so you can check it out. But yeah, I'm going to be getting the Hall of Fame packs up there again shortly, as well as some bunch of individual cards. I don't know. I'm thinking about just doing it by player and then putting a bunch of cards under, kind of like a dollar store. You know, dollar box cards, those types of things. As well as maybe some other good stuff. I don't know. I got to start cleaning up my collection a little bit because I know with opening packs and boxes and everything, I've gotten a lot of cards over the last couple of years. And I don't necessarily need all of them laying around here, that's for sure. All right, let's get this out of the box. I'm going to put that over there. And yeah, it looks like a Hall of Famer was on the top edge of that box. So, oh well for that one. All right, let's see. Put that there. Just going to line these up into the box again and go through them later or tomorrow or something else just to check out the commons. Probably not later today. It's getting a little bit late where I am. And I got stuff to do, and maybe I want to eat dinner tonight. I'm not sure. I think so. I like eating dinner. It's one of those meals, one of those 3 meals a day I like to eat. I mean, I could skip dinner and just go to second dinner, but I don't know if that's really feasible. All right, got all of those inside that box. And that's the remains of the brick. All right, let's see. Slide that to the side. Yep, you see it doesn't have the stripies anymore. Okay, let's put that up there, and let's see where we go with this. I'm seeing Tony Phillips, Willie Randolph, Alex Trevino, Neil Allen, Max Venable, Bob Baylor, Mookie Wilson, Moose, Orlando Mercado, Andy McGaffigan, Frank Pastore. Now, Frank Pastore is also another one I think that's up there as far as PSA 10 value. That looks nice. Gotta wonder. I think he's one of them. I gotta find out. I think so. I'll keep that on the side just in case. Got Ricky Henderson, Jeff Leonard, Jay Johnstone, Brian Clark, Steve Garvey, Hal McRae and Larry Gura, Al Bumbry, Tom Bergmeyer, Greg Nettles, Joe Patini, Carlos Diaz, Ted Simmons, Nolan Ryan, pitching leader, Houston Astros, 2.98 ERA. Jim Gantner, Dan Billardello, Benny Ayala, Chris Cordiaroli, Ricky Adams, highlight, Quisenberry. Look at that, another like submarine pitcher. Butch Weiniger, Rance Mullenix, Jim Mailer, Bob Kearney, Dave Stewart, Ron Hassey, Rick Dempsey, Ed Romero, Renee Martin, Manny Trillo, John Curtis, Steve Lake, Pete Rose, very nice. Got the Petey. Followed up by Gary Carter. Okay, very cool. Tom O'Malley, Darrell Brown, and career saves leaders, Tug McGraw, Bruce Sutter, and Gene Garber. Cool card there. All right. I see Lee Smith was not one of the career saves leaders yet, but he was just a young buck. See that? Oh, look at that. We got Sutter. We got McGraw with Lee Smith back to back there. 2 great closers. This one's a bit warped. This was the one that was on the back end. So got Tug McGraw, Jim Beattie, Larry Boa, Dave Rucka, Craig Lefferts, Jose Morales, Pete Vukovich, Cal Ripken Jr., very nice. Very nice. Looks like a good card there, too. Gotta wonder. Mark Davis, Larry Christensen, Donnie Moore, Dickie Thong, Larry Parrish, Johnny Lamasta, Gary Gaetti, George Vukovic, batting and pitching leaders, New York Yankees, Donnie Baylor and Ron Guidry, Bart Hooton, Larry Gura, Tony Armas, Tucker Ashford, Whitey Herzog, looking young there, Dan Meyer, Ed Vandenberg, Jeff Burrows, Jeff McLaughlin, Mickey Rivers, Mick the Quick, Leo Hernandez, Atley Hammaker again. We saw him before. Jose Cruz, Bobby Grich, Jesse Barfield, Elias Sosa, Pat Corrales, Tim Loudner, Steve Kemp, looks like the Incredible Hulk, Jim Slayton, Ken Schramm, Pedro Guerrero, Bob McClure, Ray Knight, Glenn Hoffman, Greg Bargar, Chris Chambliss, Rock Reigns, and Jack Fimple. All right, last little stack here. Last chance to get the Mattingly or Strawberry or Nolan Ryan. This box has been quiet for all three of them. Got Pete Filson, John Castino, Bake McBride, Dan Dreesen, Rick Waits, Tim Stoddard, Bill Duran, Gary Renicky, Mike Easler, Lee Tunnell, Lloyd Mosby, Charlie Puleo. Now, that's another one that I know for sure is one of those cards that's in the top like 10 as far as PSA 10s for some reason. Joe Beckwith, Dusty Baker, Dave Winfield, Rick Burleson, Frank Lacourte, Mike Richard, Dave Concepcion, Mike Norris, Steve Boros, Rick Lysander, Len Barker, and wrapping it up with Scotty Fletcher. So neither one of those two big rookies were in this box. Nolan Ryan, quiet. Ricky Henderson also not in here, but okay, hey, that happens. I'm not saying it's a foul box because it didn't look like one, but you know what? Just, oh well. Sometimes that's the luck of the draw with the boxes. I do have, I think, 2 more of these on the shelf right now. So there is that. So I have another chance when I go through that next boxes. But still, lots and lots of great cards in these. Now Ripken, yeah, you know what? I'm going to top loady that one also as a just in case. Measure it out. You know what? And a 10, couple $100, yeah, you know what? See, that's the thing. Depending on how many cards you send in, you could be paying for the box and having some extra. You know, with just 110 and a couple of 9s, well, you know what? That maybe you could balance it out. I think so. Now, if they all came back as 9s, well, then ouch. Then you make sure that you have, like, the Mattingly, the Strawberry, the Nolan Ryan, the Sandberg, like all the big ones that, you know, if it's a 9, it's okay. But you got to make sure that it's those, because if it's not, well, oh, he just jumped out of my hand. So, again, lots and lots of great cards of great players. That Ripken is also, that looks maybe in slightly better centering than the Sandberg. But we'll take a look later and see. Let me know in the comments what y'all thought about this opening. I definitely enjoy breaking bricks with y'all. I have fun doing it. It's you know, it's a bit of nostalgic history for me going through. I never broke bricks when I was a kid. I go through wax packs, yeah, and rack packs and cello packs and occasionally jumbo packs, although I didn't like those as much. But yeah, breaking bricks, I wish I would have had my hands on these back then. That would have made things definitely interesting. Yeah, now that Charlie Puleo, that's just going to go back in the regular pile because right to left on that, it's definitely not a 10. So you could seat down. This one might, no, right to left also. You see how that's like left heavy and right thin as opposed to this one that's left heavy and right thin. So they could sit down. Anyway, stick those back in the box. And I'll take another look at all of that at a later day time, whatever, when I have a spare few minutes. I hope y'all enjoyed going through this brick with me. I definitely had fun going through it. If you have not yet subscribed, make sure you do. Leave a comment. Say hello. I say hello. You say hello, too. You say goodbye. I say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, it's a song. Anyway, so again, not too shabby. I had fun. I hope y'all had fun going through these with me and watching and saying, oh, look, there goes a whatever. Oh, that guy sucked. And oh, that guy was great. And oh, that guy, why didn't you put that up there? Why didn't you do this? Well, you know what? My wall of fame, y'all might put more, but I got a whole lot of cards on the wall of fame, so I don't think I missed too many of anybody. Anyway, hope you all enjoy it. As I said before, y'all take care. Stay well. Stay blessed. Bunkle out.